Yeah, my viewers and subscribers. Check this out. If it's your first time on my channel, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. According to the Gleaner Online, get cracking on trafficking. Government urged to act on month-old tip recommendation. That's the headline. Let's get down into the details. Diane Gordon Harrison, National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Person, TIP, is urging Jamaican's authority to get cracking on improving the country's Tier 2 ranking in the United States Department of State recently released 2019 Trafficking in Persons report, which rapped the island for not doing enough to protect the victims. Stating that she was very happy the country had not slipped the Tier 2, Gordon Harrison said she was concerned about the assessment that it had engaged in effective efforts that failed to assist with protecting victims. We need to look at it carefully. We need to get cracking, not just because of criticism, she said. Gordon Harrison, who is also the island's children advocate, note that little headlines have been achieved on implementing any of the almost 30 recommendations she had put forward last December for boosting effort in areas such as prevention, persecution, and protection. The various relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government, she said, had not acted on the recommendation which were included in the first report of the National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons. Some of these are low-hanging fruits that, if we get cracking on them, we will continue to improve our profile. We're currently trying to assess them, Gordon Harrison said. Up to last night, the Gleaner was unable to reach any government officials who would speak with authorities on a review of the recommendation, as some said they were unfamiliar with the document and called to others went unanswered. That certainly will be a part of a follow-up report that we are doing and intend to issue in the last year of this quarter. That will be our second annual report to the Parliament on the issue, whether, as we assess just how much of our recommendation have been acted upon and if there is an issue. What exactly the score of the problem is and how we can get on the road to having one traction. Among the recommendation includes in the rapporteur, first report were increased coordination among stakeholders, proactive victim identification, registration and robust monitoring of employment agencies, and collaboration with embassies and high commissions. The report also said there should be an increase in the number of prosecutors, a revamp of the National Anti-Human Trafficking Plan on Action, and increased protection for domestic workers. The State Department TIP reports indicate that the Jamaican government has increased funding for victims' services, but on the other hand has maintained weak effort to identify and protect victims. It also said that victims who were identified receive minimal service, before authorities return them to their home. The report points a finger at the justice system for being slow in completing cases, causing victims and witnesses to lose confidence. Serious concern was also raised about the trafficking of children women, including boys, in nightclub, bars, hotel, and resort towns. Here, this is talking about human trafficking across the island, way over to the United States of America. The weakening body within the justice system to take action among the parliamentarians, among the embassies and all that, to put more effort that when the victims are being found, and if they do found, to follow up who has caused all this among them. Human trafficking is real, my friend, real. And not because you are not yet involved doesn't mean that you can't play a open role. Our children are being missing all the time. Domestic workers go abroad and they are succumbed to inhumane working conditions. They are beaten at times. My viewers and subscribers, lend me your views on this. Send in your views. Let we can know how to deal with this. The right department will be reading all that is put abroad. It's time for us to open our eyes and protect our home and stop thinking that it's not my problem. It's your problem. It's your island, our home, our people, our boys, our girls. They've been sold. Once again, this is the Apostle out of Zurich saying shalom.